Hey, McGinn, good to see you again. It's Mr. Lohn. Hope everyone is doing well. If you have listened to this YouTube channel or heard me in class, you guys know how much I love a little fractured fairy tale, which is the fancy way of saying a fairy tale that has a twist. Okay, so the Three Little Pigs is going to be the focus today, and we're going to see how they put a little spin on that famous tale. This is the Three Little Pigs, a story about patience. Here we go. Once, there were three little pigs who lived with their mother in a tiny cottage. Their mother loved them very much, and she tried her best to teach them all the important things in life, like kindness, hard work, and patience. But sometimes the two younger piggies had a hard time paying attention. The littlest one was silly and carefree. He would play all day, poking hedgehogs with sticks while they were napping, just to see them curl up in little balls. And the middle piggy was rather lazy. When their mother would ask for help stirring the soup for dinner, he would always say he was too busy watching for shapes in the clouds. But the oldest piggy was polite and thoughtful. He'd build gadgets to help around the cottage, and he was so patient while he worked that his brothers would make fun of him. "You're growing moss on your snout," the youngest would tease. "If you would just finish quickly, you could play with us," the middle brother would add. But their older brother just smiled. Important things are worth being patient for. One morning, their mother said to them, "You have all grown into such big piggies now. This cottage has become too small. It is time for you to go make your own homes. Work hard and be patient, and your homes will be sturdy and strong." So the pigs kissed their mother goodbye, promising to do as she said. But as soon as they had left, the youngest little piggy moaned, "It's so boring building houses. I want to play." He gathered some straw and threw together a wobbly shack as quickly as he could. Then he went back to chasing hedgehogs. Seeing his brother finish so quickly made the middle piggy want to finish even faster. "Sticks are just as good as logs," he said. "Why bother chopping down a tree when I can gather a few branches and build my house in half the time?" Very quickly he was done, and he went back to watching for shapes in the clouds. But the oldest piggy didn't select straw or sticks. He headed straight to town and bought as many bricks as he could. Then he carefully laid them one by one. After several days of hard work, he had finished a fine house. It was sturdy and strong, with a tall chimney and even a cozy fireplace. Late one afternoon, a hungry wolf passed by. He spotted the youngest piggy outside playing with the hedgehogs, and his stomach rumbled. "Looks like time for dinner," the wolf growled, "and my dinner is you." "Ah!" cried the little piggy. He raced inside his straw house and slammed the door. Little pig, let me come in," said the wolf. His deep voice rattled the door, and for the first time the little piggy wished his house was made of something other than straw. "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin," he said, trembling. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down," cried the wolf. And of course, he did. The youngest piggy was so frightened he ran faster than his little legs had ever carried him before. He raced straight to his brother's house made of sticks. And once he was safely inside, they slammed the door together. The wolf stomped up to the door. Now he could smell the two piggies inside, and his hunger doubled. Little pigs, let me come in," he snarled. The piggies hugged each other tightly. "Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins," they said. The wolf licked his lips. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." With just one blow, the house of sticks crumbled to the ground. "Ah!" yelled the two little pigs with fright. They just managed to slip through the wolf's eager paws and hurry down the path to their brother's brick house. He let them in at once and slammed the door. Now the wolf could smell all three piggies, and he was hungrier than ever. Little pigs, let me in," he banged on the door. "Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins," the oldest brother shouted. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." The wolf cackled. He had already blown down 2 houses. What was one more? And so the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed and he puffed, and he huffed and he puffed. But no matter how hard or how long he blew, the sturdy brick house didn't topple. It didn't even move an inch. No matter, the wolf growled. You piggies can't stay there forever. I will wait for you to come out, and then I will gobble you up. What are we going to do? The 2 younger pigs asked, frightened. He's right. We can't stay in here forever. And when we come out, he'll devour us one by one. But their older brother just smiled, as he always did. I have an idea, he said. It will take patience, but I have a feeling patience is on our side. He gathered all the vegetables he had saved in his pantry, and then he simmered a delicious stew over a roaring fire in the fireplace. Outside, the wolf sniffed the air. The delightful scent of both the stew and the pigs drifted past, and it drove him wild with hunger. Oh, those pigs, he cried. I shall eat them this very second, in their very own stew. Without thinking, he climbed up the chimney, planning to drop down into the house and devour the pigs before they could escape. But his impatience made him foolish, and as soon as he dropped down the chimney, he realized, big mistake, because he landed right in the boiling stew. Wow! Cried the wolf. The boiling stew burned his bottom so badly he shot straight back up and out of the chimney. Howling in pain, he ran away while holding his smoking tail, never to be seen again. Thank you, brother, the 2 younger pigs said. If it weren't for you, we would be in that wolf's stomach. You're welcome. Their brother hugged them. I'm glad you're safe, and I hope you have learned your lesson. We have, they replied. We really have. We should have built our houses as you did, with sturdy bricks instead of sticks and straw. But you know that using bricks takes time and patience, their brother said, because sometimes the things worth having are the things worth waiting for. The pigs nodded. It's never too late to start being patient. And they went right back to work. So boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that. Obviously, that fairy tale had a lot of the things that were familiar to us, but just enough little twists, and of course that focus on patience from the title that was important to the story. You have an awesome day, McGinn. We'll be back with one more read aloud to wrap up this short week tomorrow. Hope you have a great night. I'll see you soon.